Welcome to your friendly neighborhood historian, where we discuss just enough history to inform, intrigue, and entertain. I'm Bill Petro. The history of the 12 days of Christmas. They're after Christmas? That's right. The 12 days of Christmas are the dozen days in the liturgical calendar of the Western Church between the celebration of the birth of Christ on Christmas Day, December 25th, and the coming of the wise men, or the Magi, to visit at his house in Bethlehem on Epiphany, January the 6th. The Eastern Orthodox Church celebrates during Epiphany, rather than the Western Christmas Day of the 25th of December. January 6th is observed as Three Kings Day in Hispanic and Latin American culture, or simply Day of the Kings. Question: aren't the 12 days of Christmas the days before Christmas when you shop for presents? Answer: no. The 4-week season before Christmas is called Advent, meaning the coming of Christ. The dozen days following Christmas are the 12 days of Christmas, also known as Christmastide, the last of which is Twelfth Night. Twelfth Night is the holiday that marks the 12th night of that Christmastide season, known as the Eve of Epiphany, when the Magi came to adore the Christ child. During the Tudor period in English history, the Lord of Misrule would rule the festivities of the 12 days of Christmas, ending on this 12th night. Shakespeare's play by the same name was intended to be presented as a 12th night entertainment and was first performed in 1602. The festival was particularly popular during the Middle Ages, especially in England, when some traditions were adapted from older pagan customs. Modern neo-paganism celebrates this time of the year under the name of midwinter or Yule. The word Yule, or Yuletide, which, while it serves as an archaic name for Christmastide, harkens back to earlier German and Norse traditions. The question: wasn't the 12 Days of Christmas song used as a Catholic memory aid in England during the period 1558 until 1829, at which time Parliament finally emancipated Catholicism there because they had been prohibited from practicing any of their faith by law, either private or public, where each gift in the song is a hidden meaning to the teachings of the faith? Answer: this is unlikely for a couple of reasons. At first glance, nothing in the song is uniquely Catholic in belief compared to Protestant catechism. Any of the items in it could be embraced by Catholics and Protestants alike. It is true that Queen Elizabeth I's 1558 Act of Uniformity and Act of Supremacy indeed did abolish what was called the Old Worship, and the open practice of Catholicism was forbidden by law. That was true until 1829, when the English Parliament passed the Catholic Emancipation Act. However, nothing in this song would have been considered particularly Catholic or offensive to Protestant Anglican sensibilities. Secondly, while there are differences between the Anglican Protestant Church of England and Catholic beliefs, none of those show up in the hidden meaning of the song, with the possible exception of number 7, the number of sacraments that Catholics observe, 7, whereas only 2 are observed by Anglicans. The 7 swans a-swimming could be the 7 gifts of the Spirit in 1 Corinthians 12, 8 through 10, but that's acceptable to both Catholics and Protestants. 12 Days of Christmas, why is there confusion? Answer: it may be possible that this song has been confused with another song called A New Dial, also known as In Those 12 Days. This song goes back at least to 1625, assigning religious meaning to each of the 12 days of Christmas, though not for teaching a catechism. During those days, there was a custom of singing songs called a memory and forfeits performance, in which people added verses to a song cumulatively until the loser of the game forgot the first verse. Question: what would it cost if my true love bought all the things in the song for me? Answer: with modern-day inflation, according to the Christmas Price Index, today it'll cost you $209,272 to purchase the Partridge in a Pear Tree, Eight Maids a-Milking, and all the rest, not counting the refrains in the song. By the way, that's a 3.6% increase over last year. Thank you for listening. I'm Bill Petro, your friendly neighborhood historian. You can find more details on this topic and others on my website at billpetro.com.